Mad cow disease. Is there a reason you should be worried? Get answers next on CBS 8 News at 10. Also, the Blue-Gray game brings green to Troy businesses, and the rush for returns, exchanges, and bargains at malls and stores. CBS 8 News at 10 starts now.
Now on CBS 8 News at 10.
I'm Tara Hutchison. Are Alabama's cattle at risk of becoming infected with mad cow disease? That story coming up next on CBS 8 News.
I'm Glenn Halperis. See how some hunters are helping the hungry on CBS 8 News.
I'm Christy Welch. All of the Christmas presents have been opened, so where are people going to put all their new things? I've got some solutions coming up on CBS 8 News.
I'm meteorologist Damon Cullen. While we're in a bit of a warming trend, I'll let you know just how warm it'll get this weekend. That's all coming up in your forecast on CBS 8 News.
And I will say the Blue-Gray game finally made its way back Christmas Day, but not for long. I'll tell you why. Coming up later on CBS 8 News.
From WAKA, CBS 8 in Montgomery. Coverage you can count on. This is CBS 8 News at 10.
Concerns about mad cow disease. With a case confirmed in Washington State, should we be worried in Alabama? Good evening. I'm Glenn Halperis. Tiffany Bittner returns Monday. That one infected cow is having effects worldwide tonight. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says 16 countries that account for 90% of all U.S. beef exports are now banning American beef products. Tonight, CBS 8 News reporter Tara Hutchison investigates how Alabama protects its cattle from this disease.
There are around 25,000 cattle farms in Alabama, and cattle farmers say that these cattle have almost no risk of contracting the disease, and that the public should have no fear about eating beef products. Of the approximately 1.4 million cattle in Alabama, there has never been a case of mad cow disease. That's because the state participates in a national testing program that helps to identify any suspicious cattle.
Alabama has, like all 50 states, a surveillance program where we, any suspect cows that show any signs of nervous system disorder, down cattle, cows that cannot stand up, and that was the case of this.
Which is what we eat for dinner. The main way that cattle contract the disease is by eating feed that may contain traces of bones from other butchered cattle. The U.S. banned this practice in 1997. The cattle here at Bethel Farms eat only natural grasses and hay, so they have very little risk of contracting mad cow disease.
For many years, we've made sure that there was nothing in the feed that could be harmful. But even more than that, in Alabama, our cattle tend to be more grass-fed, and
30 seconds.
They are just in the natural way that they're raised here with our native grasses and with hay. But even for cattle that are fed, I have no concerns at all.
Both Powell and Payne said that the routine testing of suspicious cattle make them confident that Alabama's cattle will be safe from the disease.
So we feel very confident that we have a really safe food supply, and everyone I know that was planning to eat steak tonight still has it on the menu.
Another plus in keeping Alabama's cattle disease-free is the Diagnostic Center in Auburn that handles the testing of suspicious cattle. Glenn?
Thank you very much for your report, Tara. Nationally, around 20,000 to 30,000 cattle are tested for mad cow disease each year, and this is the first case to ever be confirmed. Alabama's Agriculture and Industries Commissioner Ron Sparks was in the CBS 8 News studio earlier today to take your calls about mad cow disease. Sparks says people in Alabama have no worries and that the meat in Alabama is safe and USDA approved. He says Alabama has never had a case of mad cow disease, also known as VSC. And if anything ever came up, consumers would be told.
Go for it.
I strongly encourage people to continue to do what they did yesterday, eat beef, and I can assure you that the Department of Agriculture will tell you the truth as we get these. We're communicating with Washington every day, and we're going to continue to communicate with them as this investigation progresses.
Sparks says some people are confusing mad cow disease with foot and mouth disease, which he says can be transmitted through the air. In other news tonight from the CBS 8 South Alabama newsroom, some Troy business owners are counting their cash tonight after raking in customers in town for the Blue-Gray All-Star Classic on Christmas Day. One of those businesses is Buffalo's American Grill on Highway 231, which stayed open on Christmas. The restaurant had more than 1,000 customers throughout the day. The manager says it was so busy, he had to call in for extra help.
We'll see.
I actually had to call another another cook and another server to come and help us out, just because of the volume that we had. As I said, it never stopped until late in the evening when I guess everybody finally got full, and so it was just steady stream of people. I felt almost like Noah's Ark. People just kept coming in and coming in, coming in and coming in.
ES8 News contacted other restaurants in the area. Managers all said there was an increase in sales because of the game, which was in Troy for the first time instead of being played in Montgomery. Christmas may be over, but Alabama National Guard members are still on duty at the state's 4 major airports as part of the response to the heightened terror alert level. Beefed up security comes after the Federal Department of Homeland Security last week raised the national threat level for a potential terrorist attack. State officials say they're not aware of any specific threat to Alabama, but that increasing security at airports and other high-risk targets is necessary. In national news tonight, dramatic scenes from California as mudslides kill at least 6 people. Rescuers are still searching for other victims tonight at 2 camps in San Bernardino County, smothered by mud up to 15 feet deep. Mudslides, flooding followed a storm that dumped more than 3.5 inches of rain on areas that had been heavily scarred by wildfires. Back here at home from the CBS 8 Selma newsroom, the State Conservation Department and National Rifle Association are teaming up to bring deer meat killed by hunters to the tables of the needy. With an abundant deer population, deer hunters can take any unwanted deer killed within their limit to area processors. The Hunters Helping the Hungry program then pays for the processing, then distributes the meat to area food banks.
That also encourages people where somebody would say, well, I don't really need the deer myself and might not harvest it. In this program, they can say, well, I'll harvest this deer. It needs to be harvested. It won't cost me anything. I can take it to the processor, drop it off, and everybody wins.
Since 2000, more than 180,000 pounds of ground venison has been distributed in the state. If you'll be outdoors this weekend, the weather should be great, especially for the last weekend of December. Here's CBS 8 meteorologist Damon Cullen with more on our warmer forecast.
Yeah, Glenn, we definitely got to start on that great forecast this afternoon as we take a look at the radar satellite composite. You can see we have clear skies across the area, plenty of sunshine for today and nice warm temperatures. But those clear skies are allowing those temperatures to really drop. And once again, we'll see our lows in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees for tonight, but with lots of sunshine for tomorrow, looks like even warmer temperatures with a high near 66. And it looks like we'll be even adding on to that for Sunday. Of course, a complete look at your first look forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Coming up on CBS 8 News at 10, it may be after Christmas, but people are still in shopping mode, catching all those after Christmas sales. But what do you do with all that stuff once you buy it? If you're having to search for storage space, we have help for you just ahead.
3, 2, 1, out.
Any of that stuff you don't want to be stored at my house all the time. Yeah.
What's wrong with it? I think
Reopen the VTR 3.
You're watching CBS 8 News at 10 with Glenn Halbrooks, Tiffany Bittner, Chief Meteorologist Chris Bale.
Reopen VTR 3 coming out in 2 box. Let's use our camera 2.
Doesn't say anything.
Mic check from Christy. Just say mic check from Christy.
Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check 1, 2, 3.
All right, now box shot on camera 2. Don't talk back.
I see a chair over there. We're gonna look at that.
My rear would be good. Rear would suck.
You're watching CBS 8 News at 10 with Glenn Halbrooks, Tiffany Bittner, Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, and the 18's D. Jackson.
3, 2, 1, go.
It has hardly been a holiday for workers at area stores. Sure, they had yesterday off, but today they were again faced with floods of people looking for bargains or returns.
Go for it.
At this electronic superstore, there were steady crowds returning items. Best Buy manager Kerry Gould says there were just as many people looking for good deals. Some of the more popular items, low-cost DVD players, for instance, were in short supply.
Due to our gift cards, most people giving out gift cards this year, I guess. We haven't experienced a large, as you can see now, of returns. So very surprising. But we're busy as far as the shoppers coming back looking for the bargains, the after Christmas Day sales.
Counts lured some into stores. However, a research group surveying retailers says post-holiday sales will only help stores that were already close to meeting their goals. For those of you who didn't return your Christmas items, you've got to find a place for them. CBS 8's Christy Welch joins us now. Christy, where can people store all of that stuff if they simply run out of room at home?
But certainly people have a lot of options as far as how to store your items and where to store new or old items. But one option seems to be a little more popular than the others. It's been less than 24 hours, and already the Savage family is packing up their Christmas decorations.
Since Christmas is over, time, I'd have packed up the old stuff.
Oh, it's hard because there's so much to do.
So it's out with the old and in with the new, but they're not just boxing up decorations.
We'll go through our drawers, also in our rooms, and clear out clothes that we can't wear anymore. We'll make a donation to Goodwill for that, so hopefully that'll help out somebody.
The family could use the extra room in the house, and what they're not donating, they're storing in their shed outside.
It's very convenient. That way I don't always have to come up to the attic.
Now, not everyone has the convenience of a storage shed right there in their own backyard, so many people are opting for something else.
I've seen some of the probably older items that are out at the homes. People are bringing those in storage now, and now to replace those with some of the new items that they bought for Christmas.
Ronald Vickers, the assistant manager at Climastore, says in the past month, the demand for storage units has increased as a result of people buying more and having less room to store it at home.
We've seen a very large volume of calls, people inquiring about storage.
And for businesses like this, that makes the holidays very merry indeed. Now, apparently Santa is also a fan of those storage units. The Climastore assistant manager said how he saw several gifts being taken out of storage on Christmas Eve to be delivered.
Thank you very much, Christy. Seems like a problem that most of us have tonight. A recent study by the Self-Storage Almanac shows that in the past year, the number of self-storage units has jumped 31%. Still ahead on CBS 8 News at 10, you might think Las Vegas is desert country, but look at this. See how heavy rains leave some scurrying for safety. And CBS 8 meteorologist Damon Cullen will tell us if we could see some rain over central and south Alabama this weekend.
3, 2, 1,
7 times.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, I like sauce.
That's fine.
I was thinking of you, Chris.
It's funny.
But me, let's do level use this one.
With your first alert forecast, here's your
Temperatures outside have already dropped down.
All right, outside traffic.
Once had me calling Montgomery Advertiser looking for the St. James. You couldn't get her, so yeah, because you called her earlier. That's what I got.
Rolling in. Oh, roll? No, we are rolling.
You little jackass.
That's not that one.
Yeah, I like that.
The Museum of Farts.
Pretty good.
I'm nervous.
Music.
A nice night for a stroll around the Montgomery Museum of Fine Arts, and a nice weekend is just around the corner. CBS 8 meteorologist Damon Cullen has your first alert forecast coming up. Folks in Las Vegas are not used to seeing a lot of rain, and when they do, it can definitely cause problems. Firefighters had to be called into action when the city was hit with heavy rains that triggered flash flooding on the Las Vegas Strip, forcing some people to have to be rescued. The rushing waters even trapped people in their cars.
Now, with your first alert forecast, here's meteorologist Damon Cullen.
Well, nice night around here. We won't have to worry about any of those rain showers. But if you're going to be out and about tonight, make sure you have some heavy jackets and sweaters because it is pretty chilly across the area already. But earlier today, our Pioneer Acme Weather Watchers reporting delightful late December temperatures. Here in Prattville, the Stokes coming on 58 degrees, 60 in Selma, 58 for Don Fleming and Demopolis, and a pair of 61s for Troy and Ozark, even 61 all the way up into Allen City. So a nice warm day all across the board. Here in the capital city, we started off pretty chilly, around 26 this morning, but warmed it up to almost 60 here. And that's pretty close to where we should be for this time of year, and it's very pleasant when we actually get temperatures where we should be at this time of year, because the last couple of days it has been rather on the chilly side. Right now, though, as we take a look at the current temperature, under clear skies, we are sitting at 36 degrees. Dew point temperature, about 6 degrees less. Relative humidity at 79%. Pressure is dropping to 30.30 inches. And we do have calm conditions across the area. Now, other regional temperatures across the area, we got 41 in Atlanta, 34 in Huntsville, 36 for Birmingham, 38 down in Dothan, and a little warmer as you head down towards the coastline, 42 for Mobile, 40 in Panama City. Now, dew point temperatures, good measurements of low level moisture, and also usually where our temperature tries to drop down to as we go through the overnight hours. We have clear skies and calm conditions, so that's why for tonight, because we are seeing those numbers in the 20s to around 30 degrees, that's why our area lows will be heading in that general direction. So for tonight, here in Capital City, we are going to see a low of 28 degrees, more the same for Greenville, 27 in Clanton, 27 for you folks in Demopolis, and 30 degrees down in Andalusia under fair skies. Now for tomorrow, it looks like mostly sunny skies across the area. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We should see those temperatures rebound up into the low 40s, and then during the afternoon, still plenty of sunshine across the area. And look at these temperatures warming up into the mid and upper 60s. A 70-degree mark will definitely not be out of question as we go into the daytime hours. That is the good news. The high pressure has been in command of our forecast, but that will slowly slide off to the east over the next couple of days. We're going to get that return flow coming in tomorrow. So winds will be out of the southeast around 5 to 10 miles an hour, and that'll help to bring in some more moisture ahead of our next weather maker, which will be moving through on Monday, and also helping to bring in some warmer temperatures for us as well. And already start to see some clouds and quite a bit in the way of warmer air already nudging into portions of Texas and Oklahoma, where temperatures tomorrow will be in the 70s and maybe in some places the 80s. Yes, so definitely a big, strong southerly push ahead of this next system. And here comes that cold front over the weekend, slowly marching towards our general direction, but it'll be dry here across Alabama as we go through both Saturday and Sunday. On Sunday night, we could see a shower or two maybe pop up ahead of the cold front, but I think the best chances right now will definitely be coming in as we go into Monday. So that'll be when you need your umbrellas, most likely here across our area. So your forecast for this weekend right now looks pretty good. High of 66 degrees after a cold start to the morning tomorrow. And then it looks like we'll go into Sunday, high of 68. Could see several low 70s across the area as well. And Monday, that chance of rain moves in. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll be looking at partly cloudy skies, highs in the 60s, lows in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. So, like I said, for late December, not too bad for this time of year. Can't complain.
Any chance on Monday for an all-day washout, or is this rain going to just kind of come and go?
I'd probably just be a line of showers and storms. Kind of hard to tell right now, but you just gotta have to plan to have those umbrellas handy, just in case.
Thank you very much, David. Changes are coming to next year's Blue-Gray game. The 18's Melissa Lee has that story coming up in sports. And see how a woman is helping others one hug at a time.
3, 2, 1. I said you're 6 and 4, right?
No, I said 4.
I thought you agreed with me 6 and 4. I think you did.
He's a big man, but this time
That's what I
he called instead of loud. That's what he said. I didn't notice it. But that's what he said. He just said it was a little distracting. Maybe it was the track. Just keep it to number 1 because that's like kind of low. And I guess you could keep it at the same volume, but the track that was being played, I guess he said was annoying. So not that it was you. I think it was from the track, but so just keep it on 1. That's what I guess Penrose usually does. That it's a low key sound. Adam.
1 and 2 is what
1 and 2 is what you usually use. Okay, yeah, because the one that he played, I guess, was just kind of loud. Not that it was you.
I wasn't loud.
Shut up. You want to cause trouble for me?
All right. We can come back out all the time.
You had a 30 to this break, please? Listen. I'll keep this to the lag.
Yeah, you really want to have the last time.
I think there's a stool there.
Yeah, when you see the stool right.
Camera 2.
Yeah, we should make it break 3 starts.
This holiday season, we're happy to share stories of people making a difference in helping others worldwide. One woman in China is touching lives one hug at a time, as CBS 8's Barry Peterson shows us.
It seems so natural. Nannies playing with babies. But in China, it's not the norm. In huge orphanages with too many babies and too few staff, babies never get this kind of attention. They're left in a crib all day long, almost never talked to or touched. Now, that's changing thanks to one woman, Jenny Bowen, Berkeley, California. What inspired her crusade was Maya. Jenny adopted Maya from China 6 years ago. 20 months. Maya was expressionless, dull-eyed, locked in solitude. Jenny worried that Maya might be mentally ill.
I want to get on top.
Boy, was she wrong. This is Maya today, after lunch, caring and caressing, playing with her little sister at home in California. Jenny realized that what worked for Maya could work across China. She started raising money to train and pay special nannies in a program called Half the Sky to help all little abandoned babies. They never have parents of their own.
Once it started happening and the results were so spectacular, it swallowed up my life. I mean, once you start, thousands of kids out there that you can reach and whose lives have really changed.
In 3 years, they've expanded to 13 orphanages. A drop in the bucket here, but 2,000 tiny lives changed so far. Maybe it seems obvious that touching and holding a child is a good thing, but scientific researchers have discovered that touching a child actually helps release the hormones that help a baby develop both mentally and physically. As one researcher put it, it's as important to touch a child as it is to feed. The older kids are the obvious success stories. Children who got the nanny touch as babies and now seem completely engaged and playful. Hello. So maybe it's true. It is the simple things that count. As simple as a touch that can change a life forever. Barry Peterson, CBS News, Hefei, Southern China.
Music.
And still to come on CBS 8 News at 10 tonight, a remarkable story of a cat reunited with his family after a cross-country adventure. Plus, the Trinity Wildcats hit the floor tonight for round 1 of the Capital City Christmas Tournament. The 18's Melissa Lee is up next.
3, 2, 1.
30 seconds live. What do you think of that? I mean, that's difficult.
All right, here's the open. He just says one for each.
And now, sports coverage you can count on. Here's the 8 teams Melissa Lee.
I know.
Right. Honk.
Would you flip that monitor around, please?
Wrong.
Yeah, this one, something's wrong with this one. It's like hazy. I don't understand. That's nice.
Melissa said that
Nice.
tells you to shut up.
This way. Okay, there we go.
I barely saw that. I just noticed it.
What? Crooks. I didn't make it. Blame on the Travis person.
It's ugly. No, I can see fine in black and white. It's all, it's the same color as the food.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
I try to get them without asking.
Man, I still have to be.
You look good like that.
That's kind of, I mean, Melissa, let's see.
That's all the Crockett Jack shit ever.
No, I never.
Stand by.
And now, sports coverage you can count on. Here's the 8 teams Melissa Lee.
And hello, my friends. It's good to see you again. Hope you're enjoying this Friday. Okay, so it's the day after Christmas, and most of your favorite college basketball teams are off enjoying the holiday break. But when it comes to prep basketball in Montgomery, players and coaches alike find the dead period as an opportunity to showcase their talents to eager fans looking for something to do. And in the process, bone up their skills against some of the top teams in the area. Case in point, the Capital City Conference Christmas Tournament opened play today with the host team Trinity hitting the hardwood against Gulf Shores, picking up number 40 Kyle Hamrick inside for the Dolphins. First attempt, no good, but he had his own rebound, making the second one the charm there. More from the Dolphins, Steven Tirador making the grab, he takes the paint through defenders, good for the Dukes there. Now on the other end, Trinity's Richard Jones takes a trip on the downtown train, and there'd be much more where that came from. The Wildcat making the call here. Yeah, he's calling it the bucket. It's a good one. Jones again stops, pops, and drops, and that is good for 3. His 22-point total on the game will lift Trinity to victory. 55-14 Wildcats, actually, excuse me, 55-44. Wildcats take on Montgomery Academy tomorrow at 3:30. On now 2 more hoop action. Highland Home and St. Jude battling it out earlier today. St. Jude's number 13, Brandon Anderson, using the bounce off the glass for the bucket there. Good for 2, 26-16. St. Jude on top. Then Jason Bruce. The thievery action, guys, going coast to coast for the lay-in. The crowd getting involved here. And Bruce, again, we'll see more from this guy. This time taking a ride on the downtown train. He punched his ticket in. No good, but Anderson is there for the putback. St. Jude all over this one. 63-45, taking the win there. Now on to some girls action. St. Jude versus St. James. Working the magic on the inside, that's Ashley Carver in the traffic, but making the bucket there. More from the same team here, number 23, Brittany Davis, taking a shot from just inside the arc, nothing but net there. St. James moving towards the victors in this one, pulling ahead 59-30, taking the win there. Now, more action. Catholic girls versus Highland Home. Dish inside here to Anna Parker. She's waiting, and she'll put it away underneath the soft lay and good for use there. Catholic trying to make the comeback here. Lauren Vercelli saying, guys, give me the ball here. I can get it in. And that she does. The 3 nicely done. Now, the Lady Squadron would add more points on the other end. This would be Amanda Dunn with a nice form and follow through there. But then Catholic's Danny Jones gets tangled up underneath, makes the bucket, and gets the foul to move 60-54. Catholic comes back to win this one. And they move on to play tomorrow. All right, the countdown is on, and only 4 days remain until the Auburn Tigers hit the gridiron for their final game in 2003. But it won't all be business for the football team as players and coaches gear up
not only for the game, but seeing the sights of Music City. Tommy Tuberville and company made the trip to Nashville today in preparation for Wednesday's Music City matchup against Wisconsin. Now, of course, football is on the menu for the trip, but so are a few stops around the historic city. And there's already one that ranks high on the list for Coach Tuberville and a few players who just so happen to be big country music fans.
We do have a few country western fans on our football team, but I don't think they have a route yet with Grand Ole Opry, so we'll have to wait to see how many we get to go to that. But I'm going myself. I've never been to the Grand Ole Opry, and I'm going to go backstage on Saturday night, and looking forward to that.
Well, one day after wrapping up a successful return to the blue-gray game, changes are already in the works for next year's All-Star event. Due to conflicts with the NFL playoffs, the 2004 and 2005 blue-gray games will be held prior to the Christmas holiday. Next year's game, scheduled for Christmas Eve, will mark the first time the game will not play on Christmas Day since the 1979 game televised by CBS. It is still unclear which network, either ESPN or ESPN2, will air the matchup. And finally, the Bass Anglers Sportsman Society is considering moving its headquarters from Central Alabama to Central Florida. The Bass Fishing Organization has been based in Montgomery since 1967 with 110 employees at the headquarters. The state of Florida is offering $440,000 in incentives for the move. Bass is now owned by ESPN, a subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company. Bass spokesman George McMillan said discussions about a potential move are preliminary. That's going to do it for your sports. Let's send it back over now to Glenn.
You keep them here. Thank you very much, Melissa. Still to come, Damon Cullen has your wake-up weather forecast. Plus, see how a family cat comes home after months across the country.
3, 2, 1. Speaking of what we're doing, maybe we should do all the, let her decide. I was saying maybe on basketball.
Tell that one basketball. Up in Kansas, not dead. See what's going on?
Here tonight.
I said maybe both.
I've been living apart from home.
I don't own an apartment for the past 2 years.
Okay.
I was in an apartment with Mark for almost 4.
Okay, so.
We lived together for like 6 months.
Okay.
6 months out of 4 years. Yeah. So that's when I lived in DC for the short period that I was there, about 6 months.
It's just that
So that's when I got to see the Sleepy Time Jim Vance or whatever his name is.
Oh, you just lost your life.
Oh, yeah.
Tell her to check.
Oozy, man. You don't need sleeping pills.
It's still on there, kind of.
Yeah, it's gonna fall.
The camera too. Stand by. He's up.
The holiday arrived a few hours earlier than expected for one family in New England. The O'Connor family of Rhode Island thought they had lost their cat Jefferson for good after he was lost in a Seattle airport 2 months ago. But according to officials at Delta Airlines, the cat somehow was able to get out of his cage by slipping through the bottom of it. Well, now, the cat, Jefferson, was found in a house basement near that airport in Seattle. So he was flown to Rhode Island and arrived just in time to make this a holiday the O'Connors will always remember. Isn't that nice?
Wow, that's going a long distance. Jeez, I can't believe
Glad to
that
be back.
after all that time. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, talking about the weekend forecast.
We've got some nice weather headed our general direction. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can expect in the morning. Mostly sunny skies, and by around 9 o'clock in the morning, temperatures will be warming up into the low 40s across here. The good news is it'll be warming up in the mid to upper 60s, not only for tomorrow, but also on Sunday. And Sunday, we may even reach up to 70 degrees around here. So enjoy it. Don't get that too often around here for late December, so get out and just enjoy yourself.
That will be nice. Thank you, Damon. And the 8 team, I'm sure, will be busy this weekend.
More on the Capital City game going on at Trinity. There's the 16 teams that are there. Actually, that's boys and girls teams, and they're going to be in action tomorrow.
Hey, why is this
bright
thing
and early
rolling?
in the morning? So we'll be covering them.
Oh, good. What are you doing over there?
Go out and catch one of those
I
games.
believe they will. They were out tonight.
All right. Thank you very much.